is a tax increase. If the economy was too weak to absorb a tax increase last December, and Obama admitted that, it was Obama himself saying, well, we can't do away with the Bush tax cuts right away. Economy, we need. It's damn frustrating. He knows damn well what has to be done here. He's purposely doing this mess on this country on purpose. He knew last December to extend the Bush tax cuts meant to help this economic recovery, whatever it was, continue. And so Mr. Aristotle here says the last thing the economy needs is a tax hike. If the economy was too weak to absorb a tax increase last December, when the White House and Congress agreed to extend all the Bush tax cuts for 2 more years, its health is even worse today. The economy grew at just 1.9% in the first quarter. Many economists now think it might grow just 2% in the second quarter or even less, which ought to be a red flag to Washington. New research from the Federal Reserve finds that since 1947, when 2-quarter annualized real GDP growth falls below 2%, which we're on the verge of doing, recession follows within a year, 48% of the time. Number 2 in his piece here, tax revenue isn't the problem, spending is. We all know this. We know what the problems are. The problems are socialism, liberalism, Barack Obama, the Democrat Party. Now look at Obama. He rides his corporate jet for free while he's dumping on everybody else who pays for theirs. They pay for theirs. Somebody is paying for it. He is not paying. We are. For him to ride around. How about the Democrat National Committee pay for all of its uses? Since Obama's obsessed over jets, how about Michelle Obama pay for her junkets with the kids? This latest trip that she took just cost 800 big ones. You know, there's no reason that millionaires and billionaires, and you are a millionaire, Mr. President, you ought not be freeloading. How about you and your party pay your way? Set an example. Why should the taxpayers pick up your travel? The Weather Service might have to cut the National Weather Service. So we have a near $4 trillion budget, folks. Our budget is near $4 trillion, and he proposes cutting or threatens in order to scare you, cutting the Weather Service. Why? Because you might not get advance warning of a tornado, and we can't have that happen. So no, we can't cut the Weather Service. Well, how about cutting the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency? How about cutting some of the bloated salaries of the czars, the bloated federal workforce? How about cutting all the subsidies to the left-wing groups, the Planned Parenthoods, PBS, Acorn, and all the rest of them? There's plenty of bloat we could get rid of. Starve left-wing activists who have no business getting federal taxpayer dollars in the first place. How about getting rid of Obamacare? You want to talk about something that's going to destroy the country? Start there. Just end that. Obama says the Republicans want to kill the Weather Service. Well, if he said it, it must be true, right? So we're tens of trillions of dollars in the hole. Obama and his brain trust think this is going to scare you, that you're going to flood the phones at Capitol Hill now. They think you're going to call Capitol Hill and say, don't cut the Weather Service, don't cut the Weather Service. I need my hurricane warnings. I need my daily forecast. Do you know that the National Weather Service is 80% of the Commerce Department? Damn straight it is. The National Weather Service is 80%. That's the Commerce Department. 80% of it is the National Weather Service. So other than slashing defense, where did Obama specifically say he was prepared to cut anything? Anybody actually believe the guy who did more to destroy this economy and grow the government is bringing a balanced approach to governing? It's like asking the burglar to give interior design tips on the house he just burgled. We don't need, nor do we want, interior design tips from Obama. We want him to stop stealing from us. We want Obama to stop stealing from our children, and he refuses, as you would expect. He's a burglar. All liberals are burglars. All liberals are thieves. That's what they do. It is who they are. Corporate jet owners. What about the yachts? What about people's large homes? What about exotic cars? What about five-star hotels? What about five-star restaurants? What about diamonds and pearls and gold and leather shoes? What about silk ties? What about top-of-the-line wine? What about first-class travel? How about 65-inch widescreen TVs? What about all the other things? And there are so many more. They should be taxed too and regulated and destroyed out of existence so that we can pay for more government, of course. Why just focus on the jets? Why not go after everybody's widescreens, particularly 3D now? Let's really hit the iPads. You know, that's a luxury. Let's go after the iPad 3's coming out, the iPhone 5. Let's hit them up in advance. Let's hit up everything that's a sign of progress in this country and tax the hell out of it so that it ceases to exist. Let's just tax ourselves back to the 7th century so the Muslims will be happy at Al-Qaeda. You leave it up to Obama, we won't need to be defeated by Al-Qaeda. We'll end up in the 7th century on our own.